Welcome. As part of your cutting-edge cancer care, you can choose to participate in research that includes genetic testing. This research study is called Proactive. We hope this research will help us to better understand why some people develop cancer and how to treat cancer most effectively. You will be given more information about this research project in writing, and you can always discuss your choices further with members of your medical care team, friends, and family. To better understand this study, it's important to know about the role of genes in the body, in cancers, and how genes are passed on in families. Genes are inherited from our parents and are made up of a substance called DNA. The DNA contains instructions for carrying out many jobs in the body, including making new cells and monitoring cells for problems. All cancers contain changes or mutations in the genetic code of their cells. These mutations cause cancer cells to grow and spread when they shouldn't, and they can form a tumor. Tumor testing identifies the specific pattern of genetic mutations in a person's cancer. For some, this testing may lead to better understanding the cancer and possibly how to treat it. Most errors in the DNA found in tumors happened over a lifetime and are present only in the tumor, so these are not inherited and cannot be passed down to your children. Inherited genetic testing looks at the makeup of genes you were born with that can affect cancer risk. Certain inherited gene changes increase the chance for someone to develop cancer or tumors. About 5 to 15% of cancers have a strong inherited cause. If an inherited genetic change, called a mutation, is found in you, then other members of your family could have it as well. Knowing about an inherited gene mutation could help other family members who also share the mutation get special cancer screening if they are found to have it too. It's important to know that cancer risk genes can be passed from either parent to either child, including fathers to daughters or mothers to sons. The Proactive Research Project focuses only on your inherited genes and not on the mutations found just in your tumor. This study has 2 parts. The first part asks you to consent for banking and research testing, allowing 2 to 4 tubes of blood to be drawn. You will not receive results from this testing. The second part includes the option to receive clinical gene testing, which looks at many different genes for a broad range of cancer types. If you choose this option, you will receive a copy of these results, and they will be placed in your medical record. Clinical gene panel test results can tell you the following: what may have contributed to the development of your cancer, possible new treatment options, future cancer risks for you, possible cancer risks and options for specialized care for your family members if they also carry a gene mutation. Possible test results include a negative test result, which means no harmful changes were seen in the genes tested. This is the most common result. A positive test result, which means that a change was found in a gene that can increase cancer risk. A variant of uncertain significance, or VUS, which is a change in a gene. It is not clear if this change could be harmful and contribute to cancer developing, or is not harmful and just reflects normal differences between people. Variants of uncertain significance are common, and most do not affect cancer risk. Learning about genetic risk for cancer, for yourself or relatives, may cause worry or fear for the future. Some people worry that finding inherited gene mutations could lead to problems getting or keeping different types of insurance. While rates for life insurance, disability, and long-term care insurance may be affected by a cancer diagnosis, it is unlikely that genetic test results will further impact eligibility or rates. For patients without cancer, there is a risk of insurance discrimination. However, the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, GINA, is a law enacted in 2008 that makes it unlikely for a health insurer to treat someone differently based on genetic information. A person with cancer will not lose health insurance coverage based on genetic test results. Clinical genetic testing results will be placed into your medical record and protected in the same way as the rest of your medical information. We will not give out your results without your written permission. There are limitations to DNA testing. This testing does not look at all genetic changes that could affect cancer risk. Some genetic test results are difficult to interpret, such as variants of uncertain significance. We will do our best to explain any findings that may affect your care or care for your relatives. You will be offered a consent form and booklet to read carefully. This consent form will ask you to decide if you want research testing only without results, or clinical gene panel testing as well, with results provided to you and placed in your medical record. While making your decision, if you'd like to speak with a cancer genetics expert, please select that option on the consent form. There is also the opportunity to receive clinical gene panel testing outside of this study, which can be discussed with your physician. If you decide to do clinical gene panel testing through the study, you will be given your genetic test results by phone or mail and will have the opportunity to discuss them with your medical care team. Thank you for considering becoming part of this important research study.